G'day everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, my name's Levi and I'm a prospector and adventurer of gold in Tasmania. Over the past few weeks I've been exploring the old goldfields of the Corinna and Savage River area. Finding gold here can be a challenge. A lot of the gold bearing areas are under mining leases and exploration zones. The biggest challenges faced in old times was the remoteness of the area. Dense forested steep terrain were only part of the problem. Access by road and by sea was extremely challenging, making it hard to bring in supplies. At the mouth of the Pieman River, many ships were sunk due to the nature of the harsh West Indian Ocean. Food was scarce and most of the miners were malnutritioned and starving. For months and years at a time, they lived on diets of spiky echidnas, eels, blackfish, and the occasional thylacine, or Tasmanian tiger as it's known. Prospector Tom Moore and his two dogs, Sparrow and Spyro, tells such a story. Left me some 40 yards behind, when lo, I heard a savage sound, among the ferns hard by, and some beast upon the ground yelled out its last dying cry. The only surprise was that on this occasion, the prey was not a tasty echidna or wombat, but the much rarer thylacine. In haste upon some mossy logs, my heavy load was flung, and quickly to the barking dogs, stones and logs I sprung. Upon turf there lay quite dead a beast, with stripes upon his coat. Young Sparrow bit about its head, while Sparrow grasped it by the throat. There a noble tiger died, just as the sun set golden rays, shed light upon the mountain, and victors of that savage fray. Over the time I've been prospecting this area, I've gained a massive respect for the prospectors of old. This place has challenged me more than anywhere I've prospected before. I've come home empty-handed many times, but the history, the ruggedness, and the general feel of the area keeps drawing me back. Seen something of interest down here. Almost looks like an old timer's trench. Just dug into the side of the bank there. I might run the detector for a bit here. I've got the gold monster with me today because a lot of that bedrock looked really good for detecting on my last trip, so we'll do a bit of both sniping and detecting. Lots of quartz in this area. The difference at this location that I'm at is that the gold here is lode gold or reef gold, and it's not glacial like a lot of the stuff that I get in the other rivers. This tracking's pretty gnarly. But that's the thing, there is no track. It's just bashing through the scrub bit by bit. If I had a bigger bag, I'd fold this gold monster up, but I like to travel as light as I can. Oh, steep and thick. Falling over. Gain some composure here. Okay, so I'm back down at the creek where I left off the other day. It was getting dark. I was sniping into the night. on the bedrock just a little bit further downstream. So I'm going to get the gold monster out to begin with and start detecting some of this bedrock. And I'm hoping that we might be able to find something with the machine, something a bit bigger maybe. But we'll just play it by ear, we'll do the detecting, and then we'll get in and we'll snipe if we don't find much with the detector. We'll just chop and change. We'll see how we go. The beauty of the gold monster is that I can detect some of those shallower spots that I can't actually snipe. I'm covering more ground. It's very mineralised ground, so getting a lot of iron targets and hot rocks. But if you've got a keen ear and you keep your eye on what's going on here with the ferrous and non-ferrous, you can quite often pick up gold even when it's noisy. I just love something to scream at me. Alright, so I've been detecting for a good half hour or so now. Haven't found anything with the monster. And I've been looking at the bedrock, and I think I'm just going to have to jump in and see what we can find sniping. Get a few little pieces on the board. It's pretty exciting. I've got a solid non-ferrous target down deep in the bedrock here. Jumping both ways, so I'm going to get in there and I'm going to snipe whatever's in there and see what we can find. This is pretty exciting. I don't think there'd be too much junk here. Come on, baby. Okay, so I've spotted the piece of gold. Not a nugget. These monsters are insane. It's only a tiny little picker, but I'll grab the other camera, we'll drop it in. I'm trying to keep the sound clear on this camera, so. It's the biggest piece of gold for the day, so that's a good thing. I have found some with the detector. I would have hoped it would be bigger, but these gold monsters are very sensitive. I'll just check it after I've snuffed it up, double check that's what it was. Nice. That was the target. Unbelievable, these things, how sensitive they are. See if there's anything else in there. It's a nice crevice. Got a bit of a wobble pop here, it's jumping a bit both ways. What have we got here? Mr. Noisy. One of these hot rocks, I reckon. See that clay? Looks like it's junk. There it is. Got ourselves nice piece of tin. There is junk here. Put that in the bag. Alright, keep moving. Alright, so I've just stopped to have a break. I'm absolutely freezing now. I haven't got my good wetsuit on today because I've been doing some sikaflexing on the knees and the elbows to help protect them so I don't wear them out. Yeah, so I'm going to have some lunch because I'm absolutely freezing, and usually when I eat something it helps warm me back up a bit. So I had the tiniest gold signal just here. And I scratched it out. I had the target here, I scratched it out with this crevicing hook. And I don't know if you can see it. Just there. There is a piece of gold. I'll get the snuffer and suck it up before I lose it. So that was pretty cool. 2 pieces with the monster today, but I was hoping there'd be bigger gold here. Okay, so we'll finish up on that piece of gold. I'm freezing cold. It is late, so it's time for me to get home, and we'll have a look at the gold when we get there. Okay, so we're back at home, and after I detected that last piece of gold, I went on to snipe for another couple of hours, and I found quite a bit more gold. And I apologise that I didn't film that, but sometimes it's a bit of a fine line between being behind the camera and actually getting in and prospecting and finding more gold. I like to just get in and get to work. We'll take a look at that gold now, and we'll get a closer look at it, and we'll see what it weighs in at. It truly is beautiful looking stuff, this gold. It's so shiny. It's shinier than any of the gold I've found anywhere else. Now this one here and this one here were the two that I detected with the gold monster. You can see they're only very small pieces of gold, so those machines are incredible at how they can pick up small gold. It's very coarse, a lot of this piece here, just in the center there. Very, you could easily break that. So I'm really stoked with that day. Good day. I was absolutely freezing. That wetsuit didn't do me much good. It's one of my older ones. But to come out with a result like that's awesome. Let's get it on the scales. We'll weigh up those two little pickers just for interest's sake that we got with the detector. So that just gives you an idea. Not even 0.1 of a gram, and that gold monster's picking up gold that size. It's incredible. This one's the bigger one. Right on 0.1. Nice little piece of gold. We'll put the total in there now. And we have just over 2 grams of gold for the day. Before we finish up, I just want to point out that in that old photograph of Tom Moore, he's actually wearing a thylacine hat which he made from the skin of the thylacine that his dogs killed. It's a bit sad that the old timers didn't know that they were on the edge of extinction, and it's sad to lose such a beautiful creature. So thanks for watching, guys. If you are interested in any other content that I produce, I'll be doing more short videos and that on Facebook. I've also got an Instagram page which you can check out. There's a lot more content there that I post during the week before I produce the videos. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, we'll see you all then.